So the budget for 2026-27 has been announced, which offers no relief for the middle class. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the budget on February 1st, and once again, taxes have become the biggest talking point. There are no real tax cuts, no relief from rising costs, and the salaried class continues to feel, quite literally, taxed just for surviving. Tax slabs remain unchanged since 2025, while inflation keeps eating into monthly incomes. But the biggest question many are asking is about employment. Was there any real focus on jobs? Was India's youth unemployment even discussed seriously? Critics say that compared to the last year's budget, there is nothing truly new this time. And at the same time, the government says some major announcements have been made. So what exactly is in this budget? What has been announced, and why is youth unemployment becoming the biggest criticism? Hello, I'm Khadija and you're watching Lokmat Times. In this video, we are breaking down the Union Budget for 2026-27. But before we move ahead, do subscribe and press the bell icon so that you never miss any update. Now let's start with the big picture. Let's break down the budget. This is the Union Budget for the financial year 2026-27, which covers most of calendar year 27. Total government spending has gone up to rupees 53.5 lakh crore. Yes, 53.5 lakh crore. Public capital expenditure has been increased to 12.2 lakh crore, up from 11.2 lakh crore last year. The fiscal deficit remains at 4.3% of GDP. The government says the focus is on three duties or kartavyas, that is growth, aspirations and inclusive development. And now let's talk about taxes. Taxes on sin goods have gone up sharply. Cigarettes and tobacco now attract 40% of GST along with a new excise duty per stick, replacing the older system. This means cigarette prices have increased overnight, with premium packs becoming much more expensive. Pan masala now has a new health and national security cess. Chewing tobacco faces higher duties, and even liquor sellers will see higher tax collection at source. All of this came into effect immediately from February 1st. But when it comes to the middle class, there is no relief at all. Income tax slabs remain unchanged. The standard deduction is still 75,000. Home loan interest deduction remains kept at 2 lakh. The 30% tax bracket still begins at the same income levels. There are only minor changes like lower TCS on foreign education and tours and easier income tax return filing timelines. No big relief, no adjustment for inflation, which is why critics are calling this a budget where people are being taxed just to survive. So now what about the positives? Yes, there are some major announcements, mainly around manufacturing and infrastructure. Under the growth of Kartavya, the government announced schemes like Biopharma Shakti, ISM 2.0 for semiconductors, textile sector support, a rupees 10,000 crore SME fund and 7 high-speed rail corridors, including Mumbai and Pune. Under aspirations, there are plans for AVGC labs in thousands of schools, more girls' hostels, medical hubs, and AI-based tools for farmers. Inclusive developments includes support for coconut and cashew farmers, skill developments for Divyangjan, mental health institutes, and the Purvodaya plan for eastern states. Customs duties have also been eased on cancer drugs, personal imports, and critical minerals. But when we compare this budget to last year's, the differences are minimal. The fiscal deficit and capital expenditure have only seen marginal changes. Tax structures introduced earlier continue as they are. Most job-related announcements are extension of existing schemes, not bold new initiatives. There is no major flagship programs that directly addresses unemployment. And this brings us to the biggest concern, that is jobs. While the budget talks about skilling, textiles, MSMEs, healthcare training and AVGC labs, there is no clear or direct plan to tackle youth unemployment. These measures already existed in some form last year and do not directly address the growing job crisis among young Indians. Opposition parties have called the budget blind to ground realities, saying the government is out of idea when it comes to employment, inflation and middle class stress. So the big question now remains, what is really being done for youth employment? As the budget offers many promises. So in short, Budget 2026-27 focuses heavily on infrastructure and manufacturing, which is great, while relief for the middle class and clarity on youth employment remain limited. So now what do you think about this budget? About taxes, jobs and rising costs? Let us know in the comments below, and thanks for watching Lokmat Times.